kind of feel the need to apologize in advance for having these long-ass games, since I really don't have the attention span myself to watch pretty much anything above 10 minutes. If it's double digits in my sub box, I'm that much more intimidated not to watch it. But what's up, guys? I got a standard match here against BlueAzelf, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to go ahead and lead with Swampert. I lead off with Hydreigon, and looking at it, he's probably going to set up the rocks or try to. He ends up switching out to his Umbreon instead to take the hit. I figure I might as well drop a Draco Meteor while he sets up rocks, but he makes a safe play, goes out to a specially defensive Umbreon, you know, just judging by the damage and judging by damage from other things as well. So I'm at -2. I don't really know what he wants to do, but I'm going to go ahead and switch out into Metagross, predicting the Toxic, because that's probably going to be the safest play here. Knowing that he can take one from -2, you know, go for a Wish, I'll be up -4, he can Protect up, and then he can Toxic. Or he can just Toxic right off the bat. But he actually just makes a double switch out into Scizor. I'm going to go into my Chandelure, which he does not know at the moment is Scarfed. Now the thing is I changed this thing's IVs so it has Hidden Power Ice, but me being a huge dumbfuck, I didn't actually put Hidden Power Ice on the set. I changed the IVs and I just went into battle, and I was like, oh, there's something missing here. And I learned that because now I have to lock myself in on Shadow Ball versus Salamence, and I would have gladly chosen Hidden Power Ice if I had it. Technically, I did. I had it in me, I just didn't have it on my set, which was really stupid. Because as you can see, that second Shadow Ball almost kills it off, and believe me, minimum damage is a recurring theme in this game. You will see. And he got, you know, pretty close to minimum with that Earthquake too, if I'm not mistaken. I think we calced it, and that was like bare minimum what he got. But I go for another Shadow Ball, and you know, he just ends up taking me out. He does have lefties, not Life Orb, so that probably explains why he didn't kill me off, because it's not stab and everything. I was kind of close to full. But he's going to fire off a Dragon Claw. I did not go for the Protect on the off chance he would have gone for another Dragon Dance, predicting my Protect to get my Toxic Orb up, and I figured killing him off at that point was the safest play. I don't really have to worry about Gliscor's immediate recovery, since I do have Protect, and I can Protect immediately on anything else that wants to come and get that health back, so I'm not too worried about it. But he brings in Swampert right on Gliscor, which is like, maybe he has Ice Beam. I kind of want to scout for it. So I go out to Metagross. Turns out he just takes that turn to force me out and set up the rocks. Not like I really wanted to stay in on it, but I still don't know what the Swampert set is. And I see Earthquake. I think we end up seeing Waterfall later in the game, so if I'm not mistaken, he's purely physical. Like, or maybe he has Avalanche, I don't know. But right there, I kind of make an over-prediction. I kind of expect Scizor to come in and take the hit, since I don't think Umbreon wants to risk taking another Draco Meteor, since I did close to half the first time. But I go for the Fire Blast. Doesn't do that much. I miss my Draco Meteor, which, you know, really fucking convenient. Would have killed it off from that range as well. I am predicting the Protect here, so I go out to Gliscor, you know, potentially to boost, despite the fact that he does have a Porygon too. I will be able to force this thing out. Turns out he goes for the Toxic. I'm already Toxic. I love the Toxic, dude. The Toxic, like, it is my life. So, I can't really do much except boost. I mean, so I do that, and if I'm not mistaken, he just baton passes straight out into it, so he can take the hit and have his Porygon 2 be fresh. But the thing is I didn't attack it, so he brings that thing in fresh, seeing as how I'm a defensive wall. He has Download instead of Trace, so that actually kind of comes into play somewhat in this match, in that in terms of damage calcs near the end. But he goes for the Ice Beam. Kind of want to scout to see if he does have it, as most P2s tend to. I haven't really seen a P2 without Ice Beam. Or I kind of want to see what he was going to do, if he wanted to like predict a switch, go for the Thunder Wave or the Discharge or something like that. You know, me being scared of Ice Beam. Plus one Ice Beam though to Reuniclus doesn't do too much. This is an offensive set, so that's why I am saying that. But I go for the Focus Blast. This is a Life Orb Reuniclus as opposed to a Trick Room one. That's a crit. So the fact that it lives it, and, you know, minimum damage for the second time in the game, go fucking figure. But he's gonna fire off a Wish. How do you fire off a Wish? No, you fucking get down on your knees and pray and do a wish or whatever. I don't know. Umbreon can't get on his knees. That's weird. But I fire off a Shadow Ball, so I don't end up missing. He does predict my switch, go for the Pursuit. The surprising thing to me, though, is just this doesn't kill me. I don't know if that's like min or anything like that, but I'm under the impression that a Banded one might have killed me, so I don't know what item he is, but I figure I might as well boost again and keep switching out. So maybe he's Scarf? Like, I don't really even know. Like, there hasn't really been a scenario that I've been in that would give away that it's Scarf. But he's not doing Banded damage. That's the only other thing I can think of. So he keeps switching out after, like, one move. I guess he doesn't want to be locked in on Pursuit if he has choice. But I go for the If I'm not mistaken, I think I just went for the Earthquake straight up on that turn. He does predict my switch that time and goes for the Thunder Wave, so a bit of an oopsies. But I fought her out Reuniclus here. Probably not the best move to be making. I don't really know at this point. I probably should have gone into Metagross. Because I do have the Lumberry, and not that I'm really scared of Porygon 2 being a Metagross, but, you know, he can fire off T-Bolts on me if he does have it. I think he does. But the thing is, I don't really mind being slow despite being an Agilogrowth set, since a lot of the things he does have are slower anyway, so I go for Meteor Mash. That does a disappointingly low amount. That fucking Eviolite just makes it so bulky. The fact that that's probably going to be like a 4 to 5 hit KO and I can't do shit about it. I'm kind of banking on the attack raises, but after I've missed a Draco and a Meteor Mash, that's not, I don't know, it's not really stacked up in my favor to say the least. But he has gotten min damage quite a few times, so I'm not really in much of a room to complain. But I'm just going to go ahead and go for an Earthquake, get some damage on it. He predicts my switch yet again and goes for the Waterfall. So there's a lot of mispredictions going on that are, you know, being somewhat advantageous to either of us. So we're kind of on the same bar, but we can't get a feel on each other's vibe. So he actually goes for an Earthquake on this turn. I do live it because Metagross has quite a bit of natural bulk on the defensive side anyway. And looking at his Swampert set, since it has Stealth Rocks on it, he's probably more defensive set as opposed to an offensive set. So that explains why it stabbed, but it didn't kill and all that stuff. So Waterfall takes me out. I don't mind because I do have Meloetta. Since he's probably physically defensive, and Relic Song is a special move, and the base form of Meloetta, you know, has a higher spec attack. It's like base 128 or something like that. It should be able to take out from that range just because it's stab and everything. So I use that opportunity to transform, which is really great because he sends in his Azelf, underestimating how fast this thing is. This thing is a blisteringly fast. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it hits like 386, 388, something like that, with a Jolly Nature, and it basically operates like a really, really, really fast Zangoose. So he brings in Scizor. I don't want to take a Bullet Punch though, so I go out to Gliscor, just to see, you know, how much damage it's going to do. Also just to sponge it, maybe force him out, do whatever. Does not do as much as I was thinking, to be honest. And here I make a very humongous over-prediction that cost me the game. I expect him to switch out to Porygon 2, so I can drop a Focus Blast on that, or just whatever. But he actually stays and goes for a second Bullet Punch. And I now pretty much have nothing for Porygon 2 and Scizor, since one of them is extremely bulky and the other one has priority. I need to manage what I have very carefully. So what I could have done right there, I probably could have boosted twice, knowing that would have forced him out, maybe dropped a +4 Earthquake on Porygon 2. But the thing is in order to win this match, I need to keep Gliscor alive, and I kind of just did the stupid thing thinking I was completely done at this point. And I kind of just, you know, threw it away since Meloetta doesn't have any form of recovery on it. I protect to get a little more health, but it's kind of in vain since he does have the download going for him, and he did download the Spec Attack. So, ×4 super effective Ice Beam is going to take me out. +2 Earthquake doesn't even do anything. Like, that is really disappointing. So I'm like, alright. The thing is with Relic Song, it has a 20% chance to sleep after Serene so I'm like, alright, in order to win this match, I need to put this thing to sleep. He needs to miss his Bullet Punch, which doesn't happen, spoilers. It can't happen. Anyways, I get a crit and I get a sleep, which is like, where I would have rather that the other two moves I went for in the game hit. I really don't want this hacks, you know, Game Freak's like, oh, here, third to last turn or whatever. But I get another crit as well. I'm like, I would have really preferred that the Meteor Mash from earlier hit and the Draco from earlier hit, so I didn't really have to deal with Umbreon. But I'm at a really low amount of health, so he's just going to take me out with a Bullet Punch. That's going to leave him with the 1-0. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. I really wish I had fixed my Chandelure proper, but, you know, that's my bad. Not bad for something I threw together. It looks like something he kind of threw together as well. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to your thing. I got a lot of videos I want to work on. I know I've been mentioning that I have been working on them, and I have, but I do want to stream immediately after this. So as a result, I'm probably just going to get you guys those videos like over the weekend or something. I don't know, like I have a lot on my plate in terms of what I want to bring to this channel in the next week, and it's just not going to happen like in the next couple of days. So I'll try to roll them out whenever I can, and that'll do it out of me. I'll see you guys either at the stream or tomorrow, so peace.